Van Gogh. Van Gogh was a big fan of absinthe. Is that right? Or just the Green Fairy? Oh, it was the
I
same thing.
It is the same thing, but I don't. I I I could believe it. He was also a manic depressed person, so I think that he was probably trying to do whatever he could at the time to find balance in his life, beyond cutting his ears or his ear off. As awkward as that sounds, but yeah, it's funny. Even my kids and I had a discussion about that, about Van Gogh. Wasn't he that guy that cut his ear off? You're like, yeah. It's odd too to think about Van Gogh being the such a famous painter in our modern lexicon, and yet he died broke and poor and alone, and nobody appreciated any of his art until long after he was dead. Which is nuts because we have a coffee cup with his logo on it. He gets no licensing for now.
Eh, he missed out on that one.
Right, right. Who'd have
Um,
thought? Can't really go back and
and
tell him.
anytime I think, oh, go ahead.
Oh, it was just you can't really go back and tell him like, hey, it all worked out in the
Hmm.
long run. He's
Anytime I think of him, I think of the Beastie Boys lyric, "Break up with your girl, it ended in tears. Vincent Van Gogh, go and mail that ear."
Who
That's
sings
all I'll
that?
remember him for. That's a Beastie Boys lyric.
Is it really? I got to go back and see it now.
Yeah, I like it when classic artists get inserted into hip hop.
I'm a huge a huge fan of that as well. That's actually brought me to loving what certain like thought provoking like rappers and certain people brought in because they were all of a sudden able to sample classical music and different depths of music that I appreciated from so many other places, and yet it 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 got tied into the same place and within the same rhythmic. I don't think it's iambic pentameter, but within that same rhythmic pattern that actually makes it all
Mm.
fit together, and you can see that it's the. I guess that's one of my favorite things about music is it's probably the closest thing to the beat of our souls that's out there. So whether you're,
Nice.
it's everybody has a heartbeat. Everybody knows what a beat is. Whether you're a little kid in a out in the desert or not having much, or you're in a modern city, everybody's got that built into them.
I like that.
Deep thoughts. I like going there sometimes.
Brought to you by Thirsty Therapy.
Right?